Hello and welcome to Grade Expectations. I'm your host Grade, and today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite comic books lately, one that I've been really obsessing about, and that is Ultimate Fallout 3. So I've only been collecting comic books since the pandemic hit. I collected for a brief period in the 90s, but really I've been focusing on comic book collecting since the pandemic. And obviously, Ultimate Fallout has been huge after the first Into the Spider-Verse. And everyone focuses on Ultimate Fallout 4. Now, I've certainly got Ultimate Fallout 3. I have Ultimate Fallout 4 as well. As you can see behind me, I have most of the Ultimate Fallout variant edition, the 1 in 25 Djurdjevic variants. And so I have number 1, I have number 2, and then 4, 5, and 6. And they're connecting covers. And this is one of the few sets that I've been trying to collect, and it's actually not as easy as you might think. So, obviously they're 1 in 25s. They are not readily available. So when you look on eBay or you look, elsewhere, even, like the main auction sites, you don't find them all that often. So I've been looking. Anyway, Ultimate Fallout 3. Obviously, Ultimate Fallout 4 is Miles Morales, Spider-Man's first appearance. Ultimate Fallout 3 has a cameo. So I wanted to show that off today. First of all, you can see my Ultimate Fallout 2 is not graded. When I sent in the 3 that are graded there, other than Ultimate Fallout 4. So I sent in 1, 2, 5, and 6, and I got 1, 5, and 6 back in a 9.6. And I already had Ultimate Fallout 4 in a 9.6. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm happy with the 9.6. Obviously, I'm not getting an Ultimate Fallout 4 in a 9.8 at this point. I don't want to spend that much money on a comic book, unless it's X-Men. So, I'm happy with 9.6s, but now I want to get all 6 in 9.6. So I submitted Ultimate Fallout 2 here, and that was the only one that didn't come back graded. I did a pre-screen. So I've gone ahead and I've found another copy of Ultimate Fallout 2. And again, they're connecting connecting covers. They're pretty cool looking when they're all together, presumably. And so I bought another copy to go ahead and get graded. I'm gonna send in the one that missed the cut the first time. I'm gonna send it in again just in case. But what I wanted to talk about again was Ultimate Fallout 3. So this is the regular cover of Ultimate Fallout 3. You don't see it all that much, and I wanted to show you what the cameo looks like. I've seen it described as a teaser as well, but then when I looked on comic book websites, basically cameo and teaser is interchangeable. I don't know if that's true. And when you see the Miles Morales cameo in 3, it's it's not much, but it is Miles Morales. So the very back page, you can see here in Ultimate Fallout 3, you have part of Ultimate Fallout 4, the cover, and the first print cover. And so this is it. That people say is a cameo for Miles Morales. I don't know. Yes, I can identify that part of that picture is Miles Morales. But it's sparse to say the least. Anyway, I'm trying to get the covers, and I've been looking like crazy for Ultimate Fallout 3, ideally in a 9.6. So, I go on eBay, I have my search parameters. You're not to find it in the wild is going to be hard, on Facebook or something like that. So basically I'm willing to pay. I'm looking on eBay, all the major auction sites just for an Ultimate Fallout 3 in the Djurdjevic variant. And again, it is hard to find. So on the CGC census, there are only 21 9/8s and there are 27 9/6s. Total of 76 graded comics. So there's another, say, 25 or 30 that are less than 9/6, which I don't want. And ideally I wanted a 9/6. So when I look at prices, in the last 12 months, the average price of a 9/8 is about $716 US. A 9/6 averages $550. And when I look on the last 90 days, there are no sales of either. So when I do my searches for comic book pricing, I use GP analysis. And so, like it's a monthly fee. It's like $10 a month. It might be more. But basically, it gives you access to all the sales, more or less. And so I use GP analysis. And I also like to use, when I'm searching eBay sold listings, the best way to do it is not through eBay. I use 130 point, so 130 point as the website, and it gives you an easy searchable, all the sales on eBay. And there have been a couple sales recently of Ultimate Fallout 3, the Djurdjevic variant. So there was an 8.5 that sold in September for $285 US. And then there was a 9/8 that sold, it was signed, not by Marco Djurdjevic, but by Nick Spencer. I don't know why you would want to get it signed. Like, really, it's all about the cover, right? So you want the cover artist. And anyway, it sold for $1,300 US. So, certainly a lot of money for this book. There was also one raw sale in November for $225. So that's basically what I've been looking for really since like April, May and on. Every day or two, I've been just like, I have my saved search on eBay and I've been looking for this book. And, they don't come up. Or there was a lot where it was all 6 of them and, they wanted like $8,000. And the Ultimate Fallout 4 was one of the variant, like, facsimile edition ones. So just a waste. And I couldn't find this book. And I'm looking. Well, the reason I wanted to make this video is to remind people to be very careful when you're posting things, specifically on eBay, and make sure that your search terms are clear and that you cast the widest net. Because I feel like people, like put books up and they don't know what they're selling. So really, if you have a book, or when I want to sell a book on eBay, what I do is I search the book, I look through the sold listings, and I find one that I like. I like the way they've written it. It's got a good sale price. It's recent. And traditionally, if you like go into it, you can say sell one that's similar. And normally it fills in all the fields and it's searchable and obviously it's sold, so people know how to find it. And specifically with Ultimate Fallout 4, people don't know how to spell Marco Djurdjevic's last name. So it's Djurdjevic. Obviously, Djurdjevic. And so I've actually never bought an Ultimate Fallout 3 Djurdjevic variant. However, this month I've been able to find an Ultimate Fallout 3 Djurdjevic variant spelt Djurjevic, so missing a D. And so a seller posted this book. They actually had 2 copies, and they posted the book as very fine for $100 US, maybe even less than that. I think maybe I paid 100 Canadian, and I would have bought both, but one had already sold, and I just happened to find it. I think I was just searching Ultimate Fallout 3, not looking for the variant, just like seeing what was out there, and it came up. So I was super happy. I get this one back, and it's near mint mint. Awesome. So I now have an Ultimate Fallout 3 that I can get graded to have the full set. So I buy this book, and then like a few days later, I'm searching Taskmaster 3, the 1 in 25 variant. So I search Taskmaster 3, 1 in 25. I always watch that book. It's like, it's the book I think that's going to hit. That hasn't, but I think is going to hit. And so it goes through, there's always 12 of them in North America. And I had mine listed as well in a 9.6 that I was trying to sell, and just no one was buying it, so I took it down. So I don't think there are any 9.6s anymore. There's some 9.8s, and then one raw one, and then there's some of the 1 in 25 second print. But then when I was scrolling farther down, it kind of shows like other 1 in 25 variants. So Black Panther 3, the 1 in 25 with Tossin, that one was coming up a lot. And I was just scrolling down and looking, and I saw an Ultimate Fallout 3 Djurdjevic variant. Amazing. And it was in a 9.6. And so again, the average sale is 550 US in the last 12 months, and none in the last 90 days. And so I'm thinking, this book, I never see it come up. I have to buy this book. And I should note, it said Ultimate Fallout 3 variant edition. So it didn't say 1 in 25, and it didn't say Djurdjevic. It just said variant edition. So I'm watching this auction. I use Easy Snipe. For the books I really want to get, I use the website Easy Snipe. And so you kind of like buy snipes. And then I use them when I really want a book, because it ends up costing like, say, $4 or $5 US, maybe, to snipe something. But then you set your price, and at the last second it puts a bid in. So when you see a lot of people, that are trying to buy stuff, at the last second they'll see all these bids, and they're like, what the hell happened? How can everybody have bid at the same exact time? I think that's Easy Snipe, or maybe other tools like that. So I use Easy Snipe. So I was watching this book really closely, and I Easy Sniped it. So I ended up winning. So now I have my Ultimate Fallout 3 in 9.6 for the Djurdjevic variant. And I just have to get my Ultimate Fallout 2s graded, and hopefully one comes back in 9.6. To be honest, one could come back in 9.8. Not the one I originally sent in, but the new one's pretty good. But we'll see. I don't know. I don't know grading with this book, or like these books. There's a lot of taboo, so maybe they're a little harsher on them. Anyway, so what did I buy this book for? $205. Less than a raw went, a week afterwards. So I bought this on November 13th. And then a week later, a raw one goes for $225. And again, the moral is, you have to label your books properly. You have to make it searchable to the comic community, and you really should know all the search terms, because listing this book, Ultimate Fallout 3 Variant Edition, that's not going to cut it. And I think a lot of people miss this book because presumably there are other people looking for this book out there. There aren't a lot of them. Again, there's only 27 of these that are graded. So if you want one, you kind of have to jump on it when it comes up. And I think, it's a crime to mislabel. So you have to know who the artist is. You really should be going into eBay and putting all that like clicking on all the tabs and getting all the names, getting Marvel, getting like getting it all in there so that the most number of eyes can see what you're selling, and especially for auction. And this is a success story for me. And it's been a long time coming. Like I again have been looking every other day for 6 months, 8 months, and I finally got one. And to be honest, I was ready to pay. The average is $550. I get that comics have gone down. I had a bid higher than $550, and I paid 205. So my wall is almost complete with the Djurdjevic variants, and I just want to see it all out there. It's a cool 6-book series, and I just wanted to show it off a little. And as far as the cameo, I don't know. People will call it a cameo. I think that it will get hot. There actually aren't a lot of even this regular cover graded. So I think there's only 100 of these graded, and they do go for over $100 for like a graded copy. So to be honest, I might get this one graded. We'll see. I didn't realize they were so expensive, but people seem to want them, and like when Miles is back in the cycle and there's hype for him again, and certainly Into the Spider-Verse 2 is coming out soon. I think people are going to want that book, and the more people see the one in 25, they might want that one as well. So anyway, just a quick story on eBay hunting and the importance of labeling and being persistent and kind of casting that wide net to look for things. So this has been Grade with Great Expectations. Have a great night.